Hey, and it's your girl Mel Mel, and I have your word of the day. Today's topic is you lack kindness. Some of the most unkind people are those who profess to know God. If you and I do not believe that we must be kind at all times, all day, under all circumstances, no excuses, then all our truths and doctrines are worthless to us. One of the major problems today is that we specialize in pretending to be kind. But true kindness involves consistency, commitment, out of gratitude for the kindness that God shows to us. Too many people, when confronted with a verbal confrontation or assault, justify themselves in getting rid of kindness to defend themselves. You came at me wrong, so I will return it back. The kindness goes right out the window. Nowhere in the Bible does God give us excuse for us to be unkind at any time. You can speak unkind words that sting like a snake. Your silence can be unkind. Your attitude, your facial expressions, your deportment can be unkind. To look for defects in another is not to be kind. Dwelling on another's mistakes, that's not kind. When you allow unkind criticism to leave your lips, that's not kind. Kindness will demand that you tame your temper, that you fix your attitude. Kindness will demand that you stop the selfishness, stop worrying about others taking advantage of you, or to be interested in what people are saying. Unkindness is a sin, and the Spirit of God is grieved. A man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself. When you only know how to be kind, you don't have enemies, they have enemies. You are their enemy. You want to save a relationship, kindness is your counselor, your therapist. You want to walk through the pearly gates of heaven, kindness must be the fabric of your character. See, the same spirit that put Jesus to death on the cross is the spirit of unkindness. The spirit of unkindness controls the hearts of those who crucified Jesus. Unkindness is an evil spirit. And if your home is not governed by kindness, there is no peace, there is no happiness. Your home will be broken. Someone once said men are known for their wisdom, but loved for their kindness. You are loved because you are kind. It is very difficult and hard to love someone that is unkind. And so today we are going to break down and focus on what the biblical account on kindness is. What does God say? How can you and I be kind? How can we change? How do we respond to assault and aggravation? And so let's break it down. In Proverbs chapter 31 is the famous chapter about the virtuous woman, what it means to be a virtuous woman, meaning an honest woman, a woman of character. In Proverbs 31 verse 26, it reads, "She opens her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness." And so the Bible tells us that a virtuous woman, in her tongue is the law of kindness. Yes, kindness must be a law. It must govern us for the peace, for the security, for the happiness of our homes, of our workplaces, of our relationships with our friends, our influence. This is not just for women, but for men as well, for God's children. For the woman who is looking for a husband, for a spouse, for the man who is looking for a wife, for a partner. If you are not right, God will not send you someone that you will make miserable. And if you continue with unkindness, you will most likely end up with someone that makes you miserable. Ephesians 4:29. "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." And so the instruction is, don't let anything come out of here that will degrade, that will put down anyone, but something and things that build up according to the needs of those around you. The law of kindness requires us to build up, to have an influence that is so wide and deep that it impacts positively those around us. Luke 6:35. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great and you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Kindness is the ability to love people more than they deserve. Kindness is the most powerful regulator of peace and happiness. Kindness is to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Kindness, love, and courtesy mark the Christian. And just like Christ, when we are spit on, when we are hit on, when we are crucified, just like He said on the cross, we will say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Most people do not realize that when they say I love you, they are just trying to express how they feel, but kindness is love in action. And so God instructs us in Colossians 3 verse 12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. If it is not kind, it is not of God. If he or she is not kind, he or she is not a child of the Most High. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. Love is kind. Ephesians 4:32, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. To be kind is to forgive. So if there's anyone you have not forgiven, it is time to heal, even if they did you wrong. It is better that you approach them and you fix it. Kindness is God. And if God forgives, if God shows mercy to you, then it is only right that you show mercy to those who are not deserving of it. But 1 John 3 verse 18 says, let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. Jesus said in John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. And so God says, if you love me, show me. If you love me, don't say it, show me. Be not hearers of the word. Don't just talk. Don't just say you know me and that you love me, but show me how. Show me in how you treat your neighbor. Show me that you can forgive like how I forgive you. Show me that you can have mercy like how I have mercy on you. Show me. Not only does kindness prepare a way for a happy home, but for a happy eternal home. Not only does kindness help us to have peace in our homes, but kindness gives us peace. It connects us with God, the God of peace. Pray for kindness to rule your heart. How can we be kind? We must depend on God to be kind. God doesn't command us to be kind and leave us to show Him, but He says, I will help you to be kind. I will give you the power and the efficiency to be kind. But God cannot do what we can do. And so you must control what you say. You must fix your attitude. You must have a listening ear. You must be kind. You must show mercy. And God will give you the power to do so. And so may our prayer, may our intention and our motive today be to be kind, to be like Christ. For to be a Christian is to be Christ-like. And so John 10:27 says, my sheep hear my voice and I know them, God says, they follow me. It's your girl Mel Mel, and I have your word of the day. For weekly videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at melmeln7 and Instagram melmeln.